You may be surprised to know that you are not the only one who is bothered by rats or mice in their attic. In fact, these pesky critters can cause a lot of damage and problems for homeowners. They can chew through wires, insulation, and more. When rats and mice start to plague your home, you can anticipate that they too will create a den somewhere inside. That is almost a foregone conclusion. Things will undoubtedly deteriorate as a result of this. Rodents in the attic wreak havoc and disease. They ruin things, pollute your home and make you feel uncomfortable. If you suspect your home has a rodent infestation, please contact Rodent Exterminator immediately to begin performing our best services for you and your house. Is it common to have mice or rats in the attic? Yes, it is common. Rodents are provided with everything we require to survive, including protection, housing, food, and warmth. Homeowners reluctantly accept that mice will seek food in their kitchens and pantries, but we are frequently astonished when mice appear elsewhere in the house. Attics are locations that are high, dark, warm, and rarely disturbed. Attics protect from the outdoors as well as predators. Rats and mice find an attic to be a perfect place to build a warm home, store food, and rear a brood. When mice get into ceilings and attics, it's one of the most startling things to happen. Because mice are superb climbers, these areas are frequently infested. How long can a rat live in an attic? Roof rats migrate to attics as the weather cools, and they will be in your attic during the fall and winter months. Roof rats have a 1-year lifespan due to predators and pest management. Roof rats are expected to live for a maximum of 4 years. They will create a nest out of whatever materials they can find, and they will eat anything they can find as well. If you have rats in your attic, you should call a professional to get them removed as soon as possible. Look for images of nests in case you find one and do not know if it is a mouse or a rat. Can rats and mice in your attic make you sick? Rodents are nasty little critters that appear innocent but can cause a number of major problems if they get into your attic. Rats and mice spread several diseases. The greatest threat that rats provide is the diseases that they can carry. When rats or mice construct a nest in your home, the urine and droppings they leave behind can transmit disease throughout the house, compounded by decaying organic material from rats that have died. Because rats enjoy gnawing on food, they can contaminate any meal they come into contact with. They can cause allergies. Several studies have found a link between rodents and allergic reactions, in addition to illnesses. Rodent interaction, in particular, can cause asthma attacks, and studies have found a correlation between rodent exposure and asthma symptoms. Rodent urine, droppings, and hair contain chemicals that can induce allergic reactions in people. What does a rat or mice sound like in the attic? Mice and rats make a lot of noise, and hearing them might be one of the first symptoms of a rodent infestation, even if you wish they were too quiet to hear. Mice and rats produce a variety of noises when they're in your attic. As they crawl about or chew on your walls and wiring, you may hear scratching and biting. As they scurried throughout your attic, you could hear a scurrying commotion. Mice make chirps and squeaks, but rats normally communicate at a pitch that humans cannot hear. Because rats and mice are usually nocturnal, even if you're at home and near your attic, you're unlikely to hear them during the day. You might not be able to identify a sleeping rat if you go into your attic during the day. Rodents are known to get into attic walls and chew on the drywall. This is a typical occurrence. You may hear rodents chewing through the walls on the lower floors of your home as they nibble through the walls. In some ways, this is almost a positive thing. It will assist you in locating the rodent problem and beginning the process of finding a solution. How you tell what animal is in your attic. If you suspect that there is an animal in your attic and you don't know how to identify it, here are some indicators. Noise. The noise is the first sign of an animal problem in the attic. Scratching or banging, scattering or nuts rolling around, and even speaking noises may be heard. However, you still have no idea what kind of animal or animals are up there. 8. Knowing what kind of animals are living in your attic is essential since the strategy to treat the problem differs drastically depending on the species. The shape of the entrance hole. The entry holes can be seen on the outside of the house, especially around the eaves, vents, and roof. It's a raccoon if there's a significant hole with damage, such as a torn open roof or a smashed eave. It's a squirrel if there's a hole around 2 inches in diameter with chewing around the outside. It's rats or mice if there are little gaps, sometimes with brown grease. Other indications, like footprints, hair, and so on, could be found on your property or near the entry hole. Type of droppings. The real clincher is the attic inspection. There is a variety of evidence there, the most essential of which is the ability to recognize the feces. You'll know who's to blame if you know how to spot them. Look for images of the different types of droppings depending on the rodent. In this way, you will have a reference when it comes to finding one in the attic. Animal damage. It's a rodent's job if you observe small chew marks on cables. A raccoon, on the other hand, would tear up a duct totally. Squirrels are frequently the source of large amounts of plant debris in one location. In your attic, you may notice chewing on pipes or wires. Any personal possessions stored in your attic will be destroyed by many animals. How do you get rid of rodents in the attic? One way is to use traps. There are a wide variety of rat and mice traps on the market today. Choose one which will work best for your situation. Glue boards, snap traps and poison bait boxes can be used to catch these pesky critters and control the rodent population at your home or business. Be sure to follow all instructions when using any type of trap. It's important that you don't violate any local, state or federal laws about trapping animals. An integrated approach to rodent control that combines rodenticide, rodent proofing, harborage reduction, trapping, and better sanitation is required for the most effective rodent control. If you see a rat or mouse inside your home, you need help from an exterminator immediately. Contact Rodent Exterminator for the most thorough rodent elimination service for better and safer results in all of Los Angeles. Call us 213-431-0890 for more information. In conclusion, mice and rats can be a big problem in your home. They can cause a lot of damage, and they can also spread diseases. If you have mice or rats in your home, you should call a professional to get them removed as soon as possible. They can cause serious health problems, and they may even be deadly.